Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're gonna continue working on part 15 of this house build. Let's get started. So in the last video, we were able to create the gate. Now we're gonna continue working on this. What I want to do is to add the sidewalk and also add the number. So I will probably add the number right here. So we need to go to south elevation, and what we have is under architecture we have model text. If you click that, it will ask you to pick the plane, and I'm gonna choose this border wall and press OK. For now, I'm just gonna click model text there. If we go here, we have the model text right there. We need to select that, and then I'm gonna edit, duplicate. This will be called, we can put house number. Okay, and I'm just gonna leave the text font to Arial, and we need to make it a little bit small, and then press OK. And then here, this is where we change the depth to around probably 50 is good enough. And then material right here, and we need to go to right here to change this to metal, and then one of the aluminum right here. This is already existing, so let's choose something that we haven't choose yet. So right there, we set it up, and then for the model text, we need to click on that, and you choose the number that you need to or you want to use. So I'm gonna put 09 and then press OK. So now we could place it anywhere we want to. So we could just put it on this side. I think it's still big enough. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to change it to 150. I think 150 will be good enough for this one. So 09, we have it like there, and we're going to add different kinds of lighting that we could put here. Maybe we put it a little bit down so that we could add like just a basic wall pack, wall lighting right here. And also we need to add something right here. So the number will be here, and we need to just add something there to add. And then now what I need to do is to add the sidewalk. So we need to go to ground again, and we need to go to architecture, floor, and then edit, duplicate this one, floor number 7, and let's change this material to one of the concrete materials again. The reason that I'm changing different materials all over is because I want the ability to change this. So if I am given a chance to change it, um, I don't need to go back and forth into my Revit to change the material, but I just need to change it in Twinmotion. So that's why I keep on changing stuff. So now right here, I'm going to create my model like that, around 1500. Usually it's around 2000 is good enough for the sidewalk. And then the other side as well. And let's maintain the 2000. I think that's good. And we need to add something right here on this side. I think this is too far, so I'm gonna pull it back a little. And if we see this, just put 2000 as well. And then here, before we click finish at all, let's try and change this to 1300. So fillet arc, and then add the same one. Make sure it's 1300 as well so that everything looks proper. And let's go and click finish. I want to see it. So it's below. So we need to offset that height to around 100. I think that's good enough to have 100 right there. And it's elevated enough. We can maybe put it to 200 so that it's above here, but I think it's too much height. So around 100 is good enough. And we could even change this to thickness 100, something like that, so that everything looks proper. And if we want to, so I'm gonna just pull it back, edit this one, and let's pull it back a little. The reason for that is we could add something on the side. So I think it will look good if we put something like this. So I'm gonna select this, or I'm going to go to model in place and then choose generic model, and then I'm gonna use sweep and then pick path. I'm gonna choose this path right here, and I just want to give it some slope so that it looks really good. Edit profile, and then here we need to change it to one of the concrete again. Let's use this one. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this and then slope it at the top a little. So I just want to make it 60 right there and then slope it to something 25. So, and then by doing that, as you can see, it looks much better. And we could just push it a little bit more later on. And then here we could do the same thing, sweep again, pick path, and let's do the same thing on this side. So it will be 100 by 60. We want to make sure you'll be consistent. 60 right there, and then 25 for the fillet arc. There we go. And then materials is already set to that. So just by having that, actually what I want to do is I'm going to edit the profile. The reason for that is I just want it to be above a little. So like the 105 is looking good. I just want the separation. So I have that. It's like the casing. And then with this one, we need to edit the profile again, just to have that. 105, enter, and then click finish. And then lastly on this side, so that everything is looking better, is to have a sweep again, pick path, and this is just a straight one. Edit profile, let's put 105 to 60. and then fillet art this to 25. And then click finish and finish again, and then finish. So now we need to just edit this part. So I'm just gonna go to ground floor, and then I'm just going to edit this profile, because once we edit this, it will follow along. So don't worry about that. As you can see, it followed. Edit this boundary. Just because we use sweep, and because of that, it is binded to that shape. So that's why it's easy for us to just edit. And as you can see, at least everything is binded all together. Everything is connected. So that's good with this. And then I'll probably create the light for this. So might as well do this now. I'm going to model in place, generic model. This is just for the light. And I'm gonna create an extrusion, and I'm gonna set this or pick a plane right here and create something that looks like this. Of course, this is not the finish yet. So I'm gonna do this after that. I'm gonna change the material. So something different. I'm gonna use this one. And then after that, let's go to south elevation again and create, or maybe I'm gonna do it differently. I'm gonna do it right here, and I'm gonna create another extrusion set, pick a plane, and I'm gonna select this plane. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create something like this, 50, and then fillet this, something like that. So it's gonna shine down right here, and I'm going to change this luminance or something light. Appliance, maybe lumens. Something different. I'm going to change this to some glow. This one, luminance. Glass white. Apply OK, and then click finish. We could push it going the other way, so that's fine, and then click finish. So at least we have something that looks like that. We could basically add this one onto this side as well. If we go right here and let's edit the in place, we could add this one onto this side, put this one in the middle, copy this, CO, make sure multiple is checked so that we could just keep on adding it anywhere we want to. So, but I'm just going to add it right here, and maybe we could add it on this side. But the thing is, yeah, I think this is good enough, and put it right there, below there. I think that's good. And at the same time, This one looks good enough. And also, I just want to add something at the top right here. I don't want it to be dull like that. So maybe just insert, so model in place, and then generic model again. And here, I'm gonna do an extrusion, set, pick a plane, and we could just have it on this plane. And then we could go to ground floor and maybe just add a simple ones like this. $300 and then 300. Trim and extend. Delete this and do it on the other side as well. Something different that we could add a value to, and then here as well. I'm gonna trim and extend here, delete this, and trim and extend so that it's just one. Change the material, make sure you change it. So masonry, something different, so maybe this one is good enough. Click finish, look at it at 3D, and then just pull it down. It doesn't need to be thick, it just need to be something that looks like that. And the good thing about this is we could just push this. There we go. And because of that, it looks much better. At least everything looks like that. We can even cross this line if we want to. Because this one is for the car and this one is just for people. So at least we have it up to here, and then we have different ones right here. That's looking good. And let's not forget, we're going to still add some spotlight. I'll probably use the square face back spotlight, so I'm gonna show you where to get it. It's probably in part 1 description, and it will be the second link on that. So after we finish this one, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna delete the one at the side here, and I'm going to edit this. So edit in place, edit, extrusion. So let's go to our elevation, the south elevation, and I'm going to push this one back because I want a double feature right here. So I'm gonna put this one right here and another one at the top right here. And then we're going to add something like this right here, trim them, and then delete the small ones, and then we could just connect them all together. So trim and extend right here, and then maybe this one we could delete and just trim and extend. So basically we're extending this part, and then we're gonna make something out of this. So as you can see, we need to cover this up. And this one, I'm gonna do something like maybe this one, extruded more. So something like this. I'm gonna edit, and then because we have gypsum wallboard number 3 right here, I'm gonna change that up, extrusion, pick a plane, and select this one right here. I think it's a lot nicer to have this kind of design right here, and then offset 200 on this, and then going like that. Click finish, and I want to see it shown like that. And we need to change something right here. We need to push it back, and then this one should be a different gypsum wallboard. Let's select this one and then duplicate that again. So that will be number 4. So something different that we created, and obviously we need to add something right here. Obviously we're gonna do that on the next video. So thank you for watching, and I hope you liked the video. Please hit like and subscribe. Feel free to comment down below.